Hello, everybody, my little yarnivores, my spiderettes, my arachnids. Hope all of you are doing really well. Today we have some happy mail. It's one of my favorite kinds of videos because I'm always so excited to see what you guys send because you're so sweet and generous, and I appreciate your appreciation so much. Thank you. Thank you ahead of time. And also, um, I don't know if you remember this little guy. Yes, Greg had made this for me, and it came with the name Rama because it's a little llama, but I decided to rename him Elmer, my little Elmer. He looks like a little Elmer, doesn't he? I think he looks like a little Elmer. And he's been keeping me company, and he's been overseeing my stitching to make sure that, I stay on track and that I keep working hard for you guys. Right? Right. So he sits over here and he keeps me company. He's so cute, isn't he? Also, I thought it would be really nice to share with you what Mr. Rogers has to say for today. My hope is that you will take good care of that part of you where your best dreams come from, that invisible part of you that allows you to look on yourself and your neighbors with delight. I thought that was a nice little sentiment for today. So that's Mr. Rogers for you for today. As far as everything that's going on in the world, yep, still crazy. You know, the CDC just announced, yet another change to the mandates and all sorts of craziness. And as of this upcoming Tuesday, I'm very pleased that I will be getting my second shot. I'm nervous because so many people have different reactions. That's the only thing that I'm actually nervous about, is potentially getting sick with flu-like symptoms. Um, but but I am doing my best to work on pre-recording some stuff so that on the off chance that that does happen, I will be prepared and I will be on schedule because I like providing videos for you guys on the regular. Tuesdays and Thursdays, audiobook narrations. I know they're not as popular as my crocheting videos, but I like doing them and I like sharing, classic literature with you guys, something to listen to while you're stitching. Yeah. Right now, if you're not familiar, we are on book 5 of the Wizard of Oz series, The Road to Oz. It's getting hairy. It's interesting. Dorothy never has a dull moment, it seems. And then, of course, I like to flip flop back and forth lately between Emily Dickinson and Walt Whitman's Leaves of Grass. Beautiful stuff. Absolutely beautiful. And I haven't read it before until me doing these videos. So I'm introducing myself to these things as well. And I'm rather enjoying it. And I hope you guys are too. So we have a lot of mail to open here. Now, I would like to start off by saying, Mary Jo, thank you. I got your most recent letter. Thank you very much. Also, to Mountain Crafts, I got your card. Thank you very, very much. Now, if somebody says that they don't want me to open the mail on camera, I respect that, but I would like to say thank you regardless. Thank you. Okay, so like I said, we have got a bunch of stuffs to open. So let's start with a little card here. Now this is from Jeannie in Pennsylvania. Woo. It looks cute already. Little balloon animals. Look at that little guy. It's your birthday. Woohoo! Yay. Yeah. Well, it was February, but hey, it's my Mary on birthday. Hello, Fiber Spider. I'm a fellow crocheter, but I felt compelled to say hello. And OMG, how do you make everything look so easy? Practice, 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 and a lot of work. A lot of work. I stitch every day for numbers of hours every day. It's my addiction, and I will stand by those words. I'm slightly better than a beginner. LOL. Hey, everybody's got to start from somewhere. Seriously. I mean, when I first started, I was a hot mess, and I will be the first to admit that as well. My tension was all wonky, like you wouldn't believe. Um, yeah. Um, you really are fun and amazing to watch. Thank you. Thanks for all the great tutorials. You're welcome. Keep them coming. I intend to, even though I'm late to the party. It's never too late. Seriously, I wish that I had started crocheting when I was younger. I wish. But I mean, I only started when I was about 21, thereabouts, and like in my early 40s right now. So, I mean, I wish that I had started earlier, but it's never too late. I mean, got to start from somewhere. And then the actual card says, if your birthday turns out to be half as much fun as you are, you're in for one really great day. Oh, that's sweet. Don't know when your birthday is, but wanted to send you a card, and voila. Actually, okay, I think it's voila. I think what you mean is voila, the French, voila. But no, I got it. I understood. It's okay. Voila. Here's your birthday card. Have a great summer. A fan, Jeannie. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Always appreciated it. It doesn't matter what time it is, whether, my birthday was in February or you started late. It doesn't matter. It's the thought that counts, and I appreciate that. So I thank you. Thank you, Jeannie. All right, so next up, we got ourselves a little package here. And this is from Lori in Iowa, I believe. I should have my cheat sheet handy. I know, naughty. IA, it's Des Moines. Okay, so this is from Lori. It's squishy. Love the squishies. Now let's see here. This looks like a good place to start. Just want to be careful because I don't want to cut anything good. Okay, I got the start. I got the start. Here we go. Ooh. I'm cooking with gas now. Ooh. 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 I'm not sure what I'm seeing just yet, but I will soon find out. Because first, we have to open the card. It is a moral imperative. I always say this, and I stick by it. Gotta open the card first. Thinking of you, if you ever wonder whether anyone cares, you have to count me as at least one person who does. Oh, thank you. Thank you. And inside, let's see. Oh, got a little card. On the back, there's a little owl bag. It says, be a blessing today. That's so cute. Lori's Cozy Crochet and Crafts. Cool. Let's read the card. Today, you are thought of in a special, heartfelt way. I hope knowing you are in my thoughts. I hope knowing you are in my thoughts and prayers brightens up your day. Thank you. I figured you could use enclosed crochet gift for holding your crochet notions. Ooh. Sorry, I'm a little sniffly. Dear Fiber Spider, first off, your tutorials are the bomb. So easy to listen to and follow along. I always tell people to check you out, especially if they want to try out or return to crocheting or knitting. I have learned so much and pushed myself out of my comfort zone with your videos. I always say, think outside of the box and march to the beat of your own bongos. Let's see. I learned crocheting from my mom at age 7. I wish I had started that early. Still crocheting today, 47, but she passed on in 2004 and really didn't get a chance to teach me stuff like you know. Well, I didn't know half of this stuff, even a fraction of that, when I first started. Believe me. You got to think outside of the box. You got to keep pushing and trying and getting out of your comfort zone. It's what I always encourage, and I try to do the same for myself all the time. Keep it up. So in a sense, your videos picked up where she left off. Other people have benefited from your videos as well. Glad you post new stuff for us. Yarn and your videos are my therapy. Stay safe and happy. A Spiderette, Lori. Thank you. Yeah, well, I honestly, crocheting, knitting, anything to do with yarn, that is my, seriously, it's my therapy as well. It really is. It, well, it sort of keeps me sane. I mean, that's a loose and nebulous term at best. But yeah, I find that it helps keep me focused and keep me calm because I had a lot of nervous energy. Granted, I know the caffeine kind of counterintuitive, but I love a good cup of coffee. But I find that it really helps get me into like a nice space, a nice zone. So yes, it has been my therapy. I will be totally honest with you guys. So let's see what's inside. Now I see a cute little something in here. What is this? Sherlock Homie. What is that? Sherlock Homie? What am I seeing here? I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure this out. It looks cute. It looks like a little ducky. I'm sorry, I'm trying to open this. There we go. Oh, he's adorable. It's a little ducky. Little ducky. Now, I'm not sure what maybe this is like an air freshener thing? It smells nice. Maybe this is a soap? I don't know, but he's cute. He's just a little floating in there. Cute. Sherlock Homie. It smells like soap or a candle. I'm not sure. I think it's a soap. I don't know. Oh, there's more of them. Maple Whiskey Toddy. So I guess these are the scents. So it's, again, a little ducky floating. Looks like he's sinking in quicksand, poor little guy. So this is Maple Whiskey Toddy. The other one was Sherlock Homie. And then there's another one. Tooth Fairy Taffy. I'm assuming this is not edible, and that looks sort of like a lavender color. I'm not sure. I think they're soaps. I'm not entirely sure. I think that the packaging is adorable, but I'm not entirely sure. Now, what do we got here? Ooh, it's the crocodile Stitch. How fun is that? That is wild. I love it. Very different because I haven't seen the Stitch worked in such a way. That's really fun. I love it. And it's very thick, very, very thick, very squishy. This would also, I'm not going to use it as such, but this would make like a really awesome hot mitt as well. But, oh, this is neat. I love it. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, Lori, like I said, I'm not sure. I think those are soaps, but I'm not entirely sure. I'm just feeling, it feels like it could be a soap. It smells like it could be a soap. I'm thinking that, you would pop it out of this little container, and I'm not entirely sure, but that's what I'm thinking. I just want to check the card real quick to see. No, I'm not sure. Not sure, but I'm going to try washing my hands with it later, and I will find out one way or the other. I'll find out, perhaps the hard way. All right, so we've got another box, and then we've got 2 ginormo bags. So let's get to the next thing. Okay, next up, I got a box, and this is from Sheila in Alabama. With a banjo on my knee. I'm prepared. It helps. All right. a really wild bag. I love it. Okay. Safety first. Okay, now let me see here. Very well packed. Uh-oh, I think it's a mug. I love mugs. I just want to make sure that there's nothing else in here. Bear with me. Oh, there's a note. I'm glad I looked. Yes, you can read this on you can read this on this opening in your program. Thank you. Dear Craig, #FiberSpider. Stay caffeinated is always your final words on your shows on YouTube. So I sent you something special. You were always so funny. So I hope you get a good laugh out of this. Don't forget to look at the bottom inside. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I've been crocheting and knitting since I was 8 years old. Now I'm 69. My goodness, and still learning. Always, always, always keep learning. Don't get into a stitching rut. Keep trying new patterns, new stitches, new techniques. It's how we grow. Enjoy. Always, Sheila. Thank you, Sheila. Now, let's see. This has some heft to it. Are you suggesting something about my personality, that I'm a little piggy? This is adorable. How can you not love that face? He's got such a perfect schnoz. It says, she said to look on the inside. It says, pig, don't look now, but they're laughing at your mug. That is funny. 1-800-HOT-HOGS, newpig.com. This is adorable. I love it. This is cute. You guys and your mugs. Thank you. And I'm assuming, I'll probably check the website, but I'm assuming that this would be, microwave and dishwasher safe. This has some volume to it, because I like a big cup of coffee. None of these little espresso shots where it's like, yeah, it's strong, but it's like, no, I like to savor the coffee for a while. This is cute. Thank you, Sheila. Thank you. This is adorable. So many cute things you guys send me. It cracks me up. Oi. All right, so now it's time for the big guns. I know this is from Kathy. She sent me a message through Etsy to let me know that something was on its way, and oh my, something came. I've got this Gigundo bag, and I've got another Gigundo bag from Michael's. So let's see what's inside. Yeah, it's yarn, I'm sure. So let's take a look, shall we? My goodness. Ooh, 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 ooh. We got some Pound of Love. Yes. I love Pound of Love. Yes. It is, seriously, it's one of my favorite yarns. Hands down, one of my favorite yarns, because you get so much yardage, and it's soft, and they've been making progress as far as the colorways, definitely. So this is, which colorway? This is Hunter Green, which is perfect because I have a project in mind for this specific colorway with this specific yarn. Kathy, have you read my mind? Yeah, it's hard to see through the plastic, but it's a really rich, dark green. Because I'm not a huge fan of Kelly green, but I love the hunter green. It's gorgeous. So, so pretty. So pretty, so soft, and you get so much yardage because since it is a pound, you get 16 ounces and you get 1,020 yards. It's good stuff. Yep. And so there's one and there's two. Perfect. Because I have plans for an Afghan with this specific yarn. I have it planned out already. Haven't written the pattern, but that too shall happen. But this is awesome. And two, this is also, yes, this is also hunter green. That should, in theory, be enough for the blanket that I have in mind. So, thank you. All right, now, oh, we got ourselves an invoice. Okay. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, so let us proceed. Ooh. Oh my. We got ourselves some Karen cakes. These are the Karen big cakes. Yes, these are gorgeous. And so this is in the colorway of Toffee Brickle. Yes, yes, Toffee Brickle. I have used this before. In fact, I've used this same colorway before. And these are, pardon me, these are 10.5 ounces and 100% acrylic. By the way, the Pound of Love that is also 100% acrylic, it's a weight of 4, but it's sort of a thinnish weight of 4, but it's still a weight of 4. And 603 yards. Good stuff. And there's so much yardage in here. It's fabulous. Now, the difference between the big cakes and the regular Karen cakes is that the big cakes are 100% acrylic, whereas the regular Karen cakes, those are, I want to say, 30-70 or 80-20. I think it's like 20% or 30% wool, and the rest is acrylic. So it's a little bit softer, but there's a lot less yardage. So me, I'm a yardage queen. You know, I love yardage, and you did not stint on the yardage, Kathy. Thank you. Ooh. Ooh, I have not seen this colorway before. This is Citron Fizz. That is wild. It's like psychedelic Halloween spiders who drank the Kool-Aid. I mean, this is wild. I love it. Absolutely wild. And this also is the Karen Big Cakes as well. Wild. This would be really cool. If I could come up with something fun and funky for Halloween, this would be my colorway. Wild, because you've got some, you know, sort of acidic greens and purples and sort of like a fuchsia. That is gorgeous, with a touch of black for contrast. I love it. So awesome. Thank you. Okay, now we shall get to bag number 2. I just need to catch my breath. Okay, so for bag number 2, oh my god, they really pack a lot in here. My goodness. Okay, let's see. Best way to get in here is a very small hole that I can exploit here. Here we go. Ooh, oh. Perfect. Perfect. 4 pounds of love. Very happy, in case you couldn't tell. Now, this is the Oxford Gray. It is a gorgeous mid-tone gray. One of my staples. Seriously, it's like when in doubt, gray works. The gray, the antique white, they're unisex. I mean, they're perfect. And so again, this is what, 1,020? Yes, 1,020 yards, 100% acrylic, awesome sauce, love it. And you sent me 2. Thank you. I can really do some damage in the good sense. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, Kathy, you're spoiling me. There's 2 more in here. And this is the claret or claret. I say it's like a merlot. This is such a gorgeous color, really. Let me show it off in its full glory. Oh, it's so gorgeous. I mean, it almost looks brown on the camera that I can see right now, but no, this is like a really deep, luscious red. Oh, it's gorgeous. So I've got two of these. I've got two of the gray. I've got two of the green. I'm like a Muppet. I love it. Oh my God, thank you. And there's still something else in here. Oh my God. There's two more. There's two more. Oh my dear. Okay, now this is, I think it's anthracite. Yes, it is anthracite. This is as like close to black as I like to get, because like working with actual black, it's like really hard to see your stitches. But this is sort of like charcoal. It's not quite black, but it's pretty darn dark. I love it. Oh my goodness. My goodness gracious me. You, Kathy, you done spoiled me. Rotten. Thank you so very much. Yes, I love Pound of Love. I do. I've used it for so many projects, whether it's hats or blankets. It's great for blankets because you, like I said, you get the yardage, and because it is 100% acrylic, it's machine washable and dryable, which for me is a huge bonus. And if you went to Michael's or whatever, hashtag not sponsored, if you go to Michael's and you pick up one of those skeins, it's about $10. For that much yardage, that ain't bad. Nope, not bad at all. And the only thing that you do want to be careful of is the dye lot. Make sure that you get the same dye lot from one skein to the next. They may look the same in the fluorescent lighting in the store, but in sunlight or another kind of lighting, you will see the difference. Trust me, you will see the difference. I think that's like maybe the only downside to that yarn. Otherwise, it's one of my favorites, and I use it for so many projects. But yeah, I mean, one of those skeins, you could easily do a full shawl, no problem. You might need two for a blanket, like if you're doing, say, like a throw size or, a small Afghan. Yeah, you would probably need two, maybe more. It depends on the stitch. By the way, that leads me to something else that I really, really want to talk about. Okay, now, something that I get asked all the time, and I understand the question because it's a point of concern for a lot of people. Yardage. Yes, it's like the elephant in the room that needs to be addressed. Yardage, because I do get asked about it all the time. Because a lot of people are like, well, how much yarn do I need for this particular project? Well, guess what? There's no really good answer to that question. And I'm being totally frank and totally honest with you guys because you deserve honesty. There is no good answer. Now, is that the answer that you want to hear? No, I'm sure it's not. You want some clarity. Well, the reason why yardage is such a nebulous and vague construct, okay, as far as what we do, is because we are not machines. Now, if I was a machine and you were a machine and we used the same hook and the same yarn and the same pattern, we would produce the same thing because we're both machines. But we're not. We have tension, we have gauge, we have sort of our personal fingerprint on our work when we make our pieces. And what I mean by that is we could use, you, me, we could use the same yarn and the same hook and the same pattern and end up with two different sized pieces. In fact, that's more than likely the case because your tension may be a little bit tighter or a little bit looser than my own. Me personally, with, say, Pound of Love, depending upon the project, the size hook I would use would probably be a size I or larger. You might think that's too loose because you have a tendency of stitching very loosely, so you might use a size H or a size G or something smaller because you stitch looser. It's all personal preference. So the thing is that if you stitch very much looser, and I stitch tighter, and we use different hook sizes to get the desired drape and the desired effect, it's going to create a different sized item, and the amount of yarn that you use will invariably be different. Also, if I do a project in, say, a weight of 4 yarn, and you love the project, but you're not crazy about the yarn, and you want to use, say, a weight of 3 or a weight of 5, that will change the amount of yardage that you would need. So as far as that perpetual question of how much yardage do I need, there is not one good answer. There's ballpark answers, which I could recommend. If you're doing, say, a hat, 1 skein, you should totally be able to make a hat with 1 skein. Regardless of, what the pattern is, 1 skein, you should be able to do it in, a hat. A scarf, I would say, depending upon the stitch, I would say 1 to 2. I like a good wide and long scarf. I like the scarf to be approximately 7 feet long on average because I like it to have a good width, and also I like to be able to wrap it around my neck entirely and have the tails hang down to about my waist. That's personal preference. As far as a shawl, I like it to, if it's a typical triangular shaped shawl, I like for it to drape over my shoulders, going to about sort of mid-arm length when it's draped over the shoulders, and I like to have it go down to at least my waist, if not below my waist, for a full-length shawl. Some people, they like to go really, oversized. Some people, they like more of a shawlette. So for a shawl, I would say, if it's like an average size skein of yarn, say like Red Heart Super Saver, you would need, I would say, maybe 3 or more of those. But also it depends on the stitch. Now, what I mean by that is if you're doing a project that is very lacy and very open and very airy, you'll need less yarn. If you're doing something that is textured, involving front and back post double crochet stitches, that's a yarn eater. That will eat up yarn, like the crocodile stitch. That eats up a lot of yarn because it's very textured, it's very thick, it's very dense. So that plays a very significant part in that as well. So there's a lot of wiggle room as far as how much you will need. It's tricky, I know. So my rule of thumb, and it's probably the best advice that I could possibly give, is no matter what project you're doing, buy more than you think you're going to need. Make sure that the dye lot is the same. If it's a yarn with a dye lot, make sure that it's the same dye lot. Otherwise, you're going to be in a world of hurt later. If you're not sure how much you'll need, another great trick is use a yarn that does not have a dye lot. That way, you can always buy more, and then you can sort of ballpark how much yarn you would need. So I would suggest perhaps start with, say, like Red Heart Super Saver, because there is no dye lot. You don't have to worry about that. All you have to worry about, does the store have more of it when you need it? But yeah, you can buy, say, 2 skeins, use up those 2 skeins, buy 2 more because there's no dye lot. However, if it has a dye lot, it's a bit more tricky. So if the yarn has a dye lot, buy more than you think you're going to possibly need, and then hang on to that receipt and return what you don't end up needing. Obviously don't ball it up and half use it because that's not nice. But yeah, buy more than you think you're going to need and return what you don't end up needing. If you can do that, then great. That would be my best suggestion to you guys. Now, like I said, I know this is probably not the answer that you want to hear, but because of gauge and personal tension and the way that you make your stitches and the kind of drape that you want, those are huge factors as far as how much yardage you would actually need. And like I said, I get asked this probably weekly, and so I just wanted to address this in this video and try to clarify that somewhat. It's tricky. I know, I will be the first to admit it is tricky, but we're not machines. You know, we are organic, we are individual, we are like snowflakes in a blizzard of creativity. And so each one of us does stitch differently. So we each have different requirements for what we're going to need. Yeah, that's the truth. So I hope that gave you some better understanding as far as the context of yardage goes. I hope that helps. So listen, guys, thank you. Big thank you to all of you for watching today, and to those of you that sent me some goodies, thank you very much. It always brightens my day. Always. Very, very, very much appreciated. And I think I'm going to use this little guy tomorrow, this little piggy tomorrow with my coffee. Thank you. And I have my hands full with this yarn. That's going to keep me busy. Yes, it is. And like I said, I have definite plans for that hunter green. I'm not giving any hints or spoilers on that, but oh, I've got ideas. Yep. And so listen, guys, thank you so very much for watching. As always, I love having you guys around and, you know, chit-chatting with you guys and so forth. So thank you for joining me today. And until next time, I want all of you to stay inspired, stay caffeinated, little piggy, stay stitching, and please stay safe. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I hope you have a great, great day, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you, everybody. Bye for now.